up there, and hopefully it stays there. So what have we got down here? Make sure that's all in frame, and it is. Fantastic. So we need 18. This is a paint I rescued or made. Oh no, I made this one. If we get to see how good my paint skills were. Yeah, normally I'm playing Stardew Valley at this point, but I don't know. Today is just, I woke up just not feeling right, so I just figured I'd take a bit of time out with you guys and continue on doing some painting. Plus to the fact I haven't touched this in a long time because of the computer issues that I've been facing. So I kind of need to get it moving somewhat. And it's actually really nice being able to do it in this room rather than on my bed, because that wasn't doing me any good. But I had a good stream yesterday, and it's like my wife keeps telling me, just do it. If you can't, just come off. So that's exactly what I'm doing. Did you see an 18? Yeah, I did. I did buy some new brushes, but I'm going to see if I can try and get more done with this one before I go over to the new ones. Because it's unfortunate that I don't seem to be able to keep a brush for too long. And I look after them, but they're not ridiculously expensive. They're not, you know, the cheapest things in the world, but I get attached to stuff. Like we've got a fan in our bedroom and it broke. And then I ordered a new one, as you do. And then realised I missed the old one because of how it performed. So I went and bought the stuff to repair it. Things all over the place. I'm hoping that you can hear me okay. I think you can. I did some work on my microphone today because I noticed that the sound was a bit hollow. It sounded like I was at the end of a tunnel. But I'm still just getting set up with all of this new stuff. And I just figured that today I was going to put on my VR stuff, which I've pretty much done, but then I just lost interest. And if there's one thing I can tell you about anxiety and depression, is it loves you just to sit there doing nothing and then festering on it. Which is why I decided to do this, because even if I am sitting here festering still, I'm still accomplishing something, which is nice. On the chonks, you mixing paint? No, buddy, I'm not. Welcome in. How you doing, bud? No, fortunately today I've actually mixed it all, done it all, made my own colours as well. So there's no more mixing paint because that was a pain. Hey, buddy. Let me see if this one works. Here we go. I don't know if anybody's actually watching right now, but I'll give you a shout out anyway. Mixed. Yeah, I mixed my own paint. because all of the others were knackered, pretty much. Now, I did see a 10, and I just swapped over to a 10. Do you think I could find it now? And there's one there. Just there and there. And I just figured that it was about time I started knocking this out, because it's going to be a long enough project as it is, and it's going to be just made a lot longer if I don't actually do it. Much love, thank you. Oh, you're very welcome, mate, honestly. How did your stream go last night after I left? It's all right. Lots of getting stuck. Well, that's the nature of the beast in that game, isn't it? Unfortunately, when I left you, and I left you quite early last night, I thought, I'm tired, I'll get an early night. Yeah. 4 o'clock this morning, I'm still awake. I don't know. And I think that's kind of why I feel a bit deflated today. I'm trying not to be all depressive, and that's why I just figured I'd do something a bit slower paced. Not that you can get much more slower paced than staring at the sea. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. And I kind of, you know when you pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and you carry on? Well, this is one of those days where not even I. Yeah, sleep stream. Yeah, isn't it? That'd be pretty cool. But this is one of those days where I just can't. And I enjoy doing this kind of thing when I'm not feeling in the best of moods, because we all get down. Bloody hell, you know. It's not like there's a miracle cure for that. But yeah, and I could have gone on to Stardew Valley and whatever else, but I just figured do something that will actually get you out of the mindset. I think it's the mindset more than anything. You know what I mean? But anyway, like I said, I don't want to bring anybody down. So it is what it is. 8. There was another 8 in there. So what are you up to today? You going to be streaming? And if so, what are you streaming? If anybody watches this back, I'll send you some dick pics to cheer me up. Yeah, I got new glasses, so I'll be able to see them now. Bifocal lenses and stuff, you know. If anybody's watching this stream back, thank you for watching. And also, the guy that I'm talking to right now, as you could probably see on the screen, is called Don the Chonk. Absolutely fantastic guy, really good streamer, loads of fun, doesn't take himself too seriously. Well worth checking out, seriously. There's quite a few people that I know on Twitch now that are just amazing, and I just need to make sure that everybody knows it. Don the Chonk is it. Well, I mean, that's a given. You know, now you spoilt the surprise for them, because they're going to come on there expecting like, oh, this guy's going to be great, and then they're not going to feel the disappointment because they've already been prepared for it. That's you know, you just shot yourself in the foot there. They don't know the pleasure of like following and then unfollowing because you realise that, you know, that's awful, isn't it? Creed does that to me all the time. Every time he comes in, it's like I get a new follow alert, and it's like, oh, hey, thank you very much. And it's Lord Creed. He literally unfollows every day, and then when he comes in here, and then follows again. I think he just does it because he wants to feel important. I've just put my bloody finger in the wet paint. Where was I? Where's number 8 gone? I was doing here, there. So are you streaming later on today? It's like going into a noisy room, then there's a relief after you get out. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Oh. See, by promoting you, I'm actually destroying my own career. Right. Okay, anyone number 8? No stream today? You having a day off, are you? My day off's going to be Wednesday. Today's not Wednesday, is it? Because I thought, no, it's not. Yeah, tomorrow. Even though I haven't streamed for a while, I figured I'm not just going to go ham and just rush in and keep doing it, because you're going to need a break at some point. And I just figured, well, I wanted to do this. I'm going to do a bit of my summer car later on today, I think. I'll probably end up taking a bit of a break. And then get back in there for a bit. Tomorrow, you're going to be the star in the madhouse. Yes! Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, actually. I see, I keep starting it and then missing it. I really want to make, like, a real impact on this picture today, because it feels like all I'm doing so far is just doing so little to it. It's taking so long. But this is another reason why I like doing these, because it takes so long. It's not like your sex life, you know, wham bam, is it in yet? Sorry, carrier bag keeps getting in my DMs. But yeah, I'm gonna ring the doctors. I'll give them till tomorrow, because I phoned them a week ago, I think it was. And I'm just gonna ring up again and wait. It's meant to be slow. Yeah. You're meant to take your time. Oh mate, I did that thing again last night with my stream. I keep setting the encoder settings wrong on the video recording. So my 4-hour stream yesterday ended up being 128 gigabytes. I had to transfer. Yeah, so I definitely set something wrong. I've redone it now, so I'll get to see in a bit. But yeah. That was a bit nuts, not gonna lie. You need a number uno. I think that's number 1. Yeah, it is. Tie all of this together. Oh, look at that. Beautiful paint there. That was expertly mixed by me and the stream. Collaboration of a combined IQ of 3. I think I had about 30 people in there at once. Okay, gonna be a bit on the old that poor hard drive. Oh, don't! It was gonna take me. I was trying to transfer it across the network. It was going to take me 4.5 hours to do it. So I just moved the drive and then I put it in, and it did it in 20 minutes. And then I encoded it all last night, and most of it's uploaded, most of it's scheduled. That's one thing I like about YouTube. Like, I've not been able to get ahead yet with my YouTube stuff, but you can schedule your uploads. And I want to get like a week or 2 in advance with YouTube. That way, then, if I run into any more computer issues, videos are still being uploaded. Because if there's one thing I've noticed, people like consistency on YouTube. I'm really glad you come in, actually. It's kind of nice. You don't have to stay, if you don't want to, but I just, like I said, today's just one of them days, I guess. Kind of nice to sit and chat to a friend. Bizarrely, and this is another thing. Yeah, stockpile sounds good. Tell me about new PC. Well, I'll be off then. Ta-da. So my new PC now is a Ryzen 9 700X3D with an X670 motherboard and 64 gigabytes of DDR5 6000 megahertz RAM. So the reason that I did this was because my old chip. I had a 5950X 64 gig of DDR4 memory, and I had an X570 motherboard. So a while ago I was kind of told to go to PCI 4.0 because I got a 3080 and it was supposed to boost the performance a bit because obviously it's new technology and it's quicker. So I did it and didn't think anything of it. Wasn't really having any issues or whatever for a while, and then all of a sudden I started to get like sound issues, and I was getting graphical issues, and then it all started off really with My Summer Car. And basically what would happen is when I loaded that game up, my entire computer would slow down, like to the point of maybe 1 to 2 frames per second. And then the GoldenEye thing would come up, the little, thing where you could choose your resolution, whether it's window mode or not. And the second that come up, bang, everything was nice and fast again. And then I'd actually load the game and start playing it. And after about 20 minutes or so, it would just crash. And then Hogwarts kept crashing, and I just kept getting loads of crashes, loads of issues. And of course, by this point, PCI 4.0 had been on the computer for a while, and it never manifested straight away, so I never even give it a thought. Then I took the graphics card out. No, still did it with another graphics card. Took the memory out, changed the sticks and whatever, still did it with that. And then I'm thinking, this is getting ridiculous. So in the end, I kind of figured that it must be a CPU error or a motherboard error. So I rang Amazon and I said, like, there's a fault, and they were kind enough to take back what I'd bought already, which was handy because it meant like it didn't cost me a lot to do the upgrade. And then I ordered all this new stuff, put it in, and I'm getting pretty much the same problems again. And I'm thinking, what is going on? I'm spending money hand over fist here that I don't have, just to be able to get on and play and stream and stuff. Other games are working perfectly. So I was playing Hogwarts, and now I can run Hogwarts in full 1440p, ultra settings with full ray tracing on. All right, it's because I gained so much FPS by changing the chip. So I'll tell you that for a damn fact that chip is worth its weight in gold. Before people go out and buy graphics cards like 4090 or whatever else, you need to upgrade your chip. You personally, it was good of them, to be honest. You personally and I'm not expecting you or saying that you should do it, although you could. Maybe we could get into a call if you were so inclined, but you personally would gain at least 30 to 40 FPS on every game you play because of your 3090 Ti. So anyway, so cut a long story short, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, like, what's going on here? And then I managed to get it all loaded up, and it was all working and everything was fine. My Summer Car was working, and everything was brilliant. I thought, right, okay, now we've got rid of the problem. Then every time From what, swapping the board and chip? Yeah, well, like I said, wait till we get into a call. um, what was it? Yeah, so I was having that issue, and then I put on the I put on the OBS, right, and then I put on the broadcasting, video broadcasting, so to cut out all your background sound, and then as soon as NVIDIA Broadcast went on and OBS was open, all of my sound would crackle really badly, like to the point of like you just couldn't listen to it. And I'm thinking, what's going on here? I've had graphical issues, but I've not really had audio ones yet. So I went through the whole uninstalling the cables that you give me and all of the sound stuff and nothing cured it. If I turned off if I uninstalled NVIDIA Broadcast, all the sound would be perfect on OBS. As soon as I turned it on, nothing. So I'm sitting and scratching my head. Anyway, cut a long story short, I went through Google just to see if anybody else had this issue. And 2 years ago, there was a post up saying about AMD stuff. Hey Raiden, how you doing, darling? 2 years ago there was a post up saying about NVIDIA Broadcast, AMD cards, and PCI 4.0 incompatibility. So all I did was I went straight into my BIOS, put my PCI slot to 3.0, and boom, I'm working perfectly with no issues whatsoever. And all of my games are still running super fast. Yeah. So yeah, that kind of killed it. And then I was able to finish off rebuilding the PC. It took me forever to rebuild it because this time I wanted to do it properly. Like when I did it last time, I was in such a rush to get back to streaming that I just whacked everything on, and it was all on the hard drives, but it didn't actually do anything. Yeah, it was. Yes, it was. So in effect, I didn't have to actually pay out for any of this other stuff. But as it worked out, to do all of those upgrades personally only cost me about £130. And now I have all the next gen stuff. Yeah. So, I mean, you could get annoyed with it and say like, oh, I've wasted this. But in effect, I've actually come out on top, which has been kind of nice. Yeah, exactly. So I don't have to worry about upgrading anything. And the other thing I did was I bought a power supply because the intention was at some point, well, the intention is at some point to get a 4090. I mean, we're talking way off into the future a bit, but it's not like it's not going to happen. And the power consumption that I did on a calculator online, because I can't work all day, said that I was using like 900 and odd watts now with just what I got plugged in. And then when it goes on to the 4090, it's something like 1300 or 1400 or 1250. I can't even remember what it was now. And I figured, you know what? I've spent all of this money out. The Corsair power supply that I've got before was 1000 watts, and it's been with me now for over 7 years. Never had a day's of trouble with it. So I figured if I just buy the more expensive one, it's going to future-proof me for a fair old while, and I won't have to replace it for a bit. No, me either, to be honest. But it's just nice to have it there, you know. I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. And then it just gives me a figure now that I've got to try and pay back to the demon credit cards. And yeah, that's basically it. So that was my fun debacle for the last month or so. But I'm just really happy to be back and streaming now. playing a game. I really enjoyed playing My Summer Car yesterday. I just want now to not feel so tired all the time. I think life will be a lot better. Oh, really? Oh, okay. I'll have to. Can you Discord me that, please? I'll have to get that because you know, the only problems I've ever had with power supplies, they've been like obvious ones because it just doesn't turn on, or it's, you know, you hear it go bang. Yeah. I've never had to diagnose an actual like voltage issue. So I've never used any of these programs, to be perfectly honest. Number two, any more number twos? Any more for any more? There's a little number two there I could do. One we've got to paint out. Yeah, also, if anybody that's actually watching this back again, Dark Raiden is another fantastic streamer. She's lovely. She streams all types of games. She's a really fun person, and you should really check her out. She's well worth a follow. She's constantly streaming, very reliable, unlike myself. You should definitely check her out. Right. Okay, I think we're actually starting to make a little bit of movement in the right direction here. Oh, I can't get the lid off my pot. Another paint that we made on stream. This is a pea green one. I believe you had a hand in this one as well, Don. This green one. This is the one you told me to add some brown to. That was a really fun stream that day. I kind of wanted to do it on a Sunday again, but just today was, I think, the perfect time to do it. And it's kind of nice to diversify just a little bit. Keep things fresh for me. Keep things a little bit fresh for everybody else. And like I said, you know, paint by numbers isn't for everyone. See, now that there, that's the same colour as that. Sorry, I've got to go back to the other colour. All lies. Don't believe what he says about me. Are you streaming today, darling? And if so, what are you streaming? What is your stream of choice? Would it be Phasmophobia? Or did you manage to get that game sorted out in the end? I forgot, didn't I? I forgot to come and help you. Right, I got that bit now. And there was a number one there. Which I forgot. We're getting... Do you know what? We are so close to this bottom corner here. It is all in frame, isn't it? Yeah. This bottom corner here being done. So I'm quite excited about. Oh, what was it, darling? You're doing Valheim and some GTA later. Nice. Yeah, I'm going to be doing Valheim as soon as I've finished either my Summer Car or Stardew Valley. I kind of want to. Do you know what? Like a lot of people have been messaging me and saying like, "Oh, you know, why don't you play something else? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that?" And it's like, I started streaming because I always flip from one thing to another. I've got loads of games on my Steam library and I never sit down and complete any of them. And the idea of me streaming, apart from the fact of meeting all new people and having some company while I'm doing this kind of thing, because I'm home alone right now, was to force myself to actually complete the games, which has been nice because I've completed God of War 2. I completed that. What was that other game? Let's do it. High on Life. it's not a huge catalogue of games, I grant you, because I've not been doing this for long. But yeah, so I intend to complete them and then move on to the next. So is there any more number ones? There is, just there. Look at that. There's loads of number one. How did I miss all of these? Now, do we want to go left or up? That's a question. I guess going left means that I'll have to put my hand in the paint. So I guess going upwards would probably be